Right now, hospitals and healthcare facilities are scrambling to get more doses of the COVID-19 vaccine. The nationwide shortfall comes with growing concerns.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday, January 24th. I'm Taylor Lazenby. Let's get straight to it with our weather this morning with meteorologist Chris Reese. Good morning to you, Chris.
Good morning, Taylor. We are tracking that snow system that moved in overnight. It has brought accumulating snow to the area once again. I haven't gone out to measure what we received at Reese Manor as of yet, but nonetheless, it looks like at least about 1.5 inches, 2 inches outside. We'll see if we can get an official measurement later on to post to social media. But Doppler track does show you that snow is still over the area, now starting to wind down from west to east. That'll be the continued theme as we go throughout the morning. Here we are with some of that drier air starting to work its way into the Madison area. Still some snowflakes falling, though, down throughout Janesville and over towards Milwaukee. Temperature-wise, we sit at 25 right now. Watch those temperatures stay in the 20s as we go throughout the morning and into the afternoon as well. Taylor, overnight, some of the model data for the Monday storm trended a little bit further towards the north. We're going to be watching that closely and talking more in just a few minutes.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. Great information. Well, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is promising that coronavirus relief funding for the state and local governments is coming soon. He made the comments during the U.S. Conference of Mayors Winter's meeting.
As a new administration begins, and as I begin my time as Senate Majority Leader, I will make it my mission to give our struggling communities and our cities, no matter where they are, the help they need to get through these hard times. That's why one of the very first things the new Senate will do is work with the Biden administration on another round of COVID relief.
Well, before this week's inauguration, President Biden had proposed a sweeping $1.9 trillion stimulus package. Senate Republicans have called that legislation a non-starter. And overall, Wisconsin's COVID-19 vaccine rollout is consistently falling near the bottom line nationwide. That has sparked a partisan battle in the state, with the Governor Evers defending the program, saying we aren't getting enough doses from the federal government. Vaccine experts are monitoring the vaccine rollout across the nation. However, it's caution against using raw numbers to judge a state's response.
It is a marathon, not a sprint. And, I think we can look at what some states are doing and learn from that. And that's really important. I do think that, every state has built a very broad and strong network of private providers.
News 3 investigates is comparing Wisconsin's plans with other states around the country and seeing if the plans for the state with the best rollout can be duplicated in other states. We'll have that story tonight for you on News 3 Now at 10. And states across the U.S. are in desperate need of more funding as hospitals and healthcare facilities scramble to get more doses of the COVID-19 vaccine. The nationwide shortfall comes with growing concern as more variants from the UK, which has been detected in 22 states, including right here in Wisconsin. CBS News' Danya Bacchus has more.
New York's governor warned against COVID fatigue as he announced another 144 deaths across the state in one day.
Don't get cocky with COVID.
Like so many states, New York is struggling with a shortfall in vaccine. Governor Andrew Cuomo says New York gets 240,000 doses each week and has 7 million eligible essential workers and seniors.
This is going to take us 15, 16, 17 weeks.
Adding to the urgency, the CDC has warned that a more contagious COVID-19 variant, first seen in the UK, could be the dominant strain in the U.S. by March.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is working to make vaccines available to your local pharmacies by early February.
President Biden also says wearing masks from now until April can save some 50,000 lives. In hard-hit Los Angeles, vaccination sites are opening across the county, including at Cal State Northridge. At a vaccine site at the Charlotte Motor Speedway in North Carolina, people expressed excitement.
It was seamless. It was amazing. It was well organized. It was painless.
While others were relieved to receive their shots.
We've lost family, and that's very hard, so we want to do it for them, too.
Joyce Isom lost her brother to COVID-19 in April, and she says her 84-year-old mom survived the virus but died from heart failure. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
A government official tells CBS News about more than 150, then 25,000 members of the National Guard deployed to Washington since January 6 have tested positive for COVID-19. And the time right now is 7:06. Some Wisconsinites are participating in one of the largest research initiatives ever. We have the details that's coming up. But first, here's a live look outside this morning. Chris is tracking your Sunday morning forecast. That's just ahead.
Attention Stoughton area residents. If you're without health insurance or insufficient insurance keeps you from the health care and mental health services you need, the Neighborhood Free Health Clinic may be able to help. To learn more, visit neighborhoodfreehealthclinic.org or call today.
I'm a little old to count down the days, but my ski trip to Cascade Mountain with my cousin each year, so much fun. We used to pretend like we were flying. Now, we really do. My dad and my uncle like that we still ski free. But Noah and I, we just have fun. See you there.
Still hard to find a spot, just easier to park. Still the big move, just more moving. Still singing, just more in tune. Still the gang's all here, just less are we there yet. The Chevy family of SUVs, making life's journey just better.
Get over $3,700 cash allowance on most 2021 Equinox models. Plus, current Chevy owners with an eligible GM credit card get an additional $1,750 total allowance. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Do you worry about going to the dentist? Well, relax. The Carefree Dental Card is now available in your area. Call the number on your screen and we'll send your actual card at no cost today. With the Carefree Dental Card, you go to the dentist whenever you need and you instantly pay a lot less. The Carefree Dental Card is just $15.95 a month. So call now and make going to the dentist carefree.
Call 1-800-451-3571 to receive your free Carefree Dental Card information kit.
Everything is relative. Travel, for example. A trip to Stoughton might seem like a long way, but if you're shopping for diamonds, it's closer than you think.
Diamond Select.
Importers of shimmering diamonds from the mines of South Africa to the streets of Antwerp and Tel Aviv. They shop the diamond capitals of the world so you don't have to.
Diamond Select. Direct pricing saves you money.
On GIA certified South African diamonds.
Diamond Select.
Downtown Stoughton.
Warm up and save big during Steinhaffel's winter sale. Save 35% store-wide, and with Steinhaffel's 60-month special financing, your new room has never been more affordable. Get great deals like a Beauty Rest Queen mattress starting at $399. This sofa now only $499. A queen bed $799. Or this dining set just $949. Steinhaffel's has the largest selection of in-stock furniture and mattresses for every style and budget. So warm up and save at Steinhaffel's winter sale.
Attention Stoughton area residents. If you're without health insurance or insufficient insurance keeps you from the health care and mental health services you need, the Neighborhood Free Health Clinic may be able to help. To learn more, visit neighborhoodfreehealthclinic.org or call today.
We do still have snowflakes flying over the area as we speak. A lot of that's starting to move on out, so you'll be able to go and clear that. I'll tell you, it'll be an easy shovel. It was a light, powdery snow that came down. Honestly, you could take a blower and just blow things around with what's out there. We zoom things in on south central Wisconsin. You do still see where we have at least a steady band of snow over places like Rock County, Janesville, Beloit, up through Edgerton. You're getting a steady band of snow that goes over towards Lake Mills and Oconomowoc as well. Watertown used to have a little bit of snow to come through. Same for friends in Johnson Creek. Now you go back towards the west. Baraboo, you're starting to clear out now. Lone Rock is starting to clear out now. Same for Dodgeville, all the way over towards places like Highland and Platteville, you are now clearing out now that the snow is starting to move away. Still a couple of fine snowflakes coming down here in the Madison area. Temperatures are at 25 for us. So we warmed up as we went through the overnight hours. Temperatures were in the teens when that snow started. 27 in Janesville right now, 23 as you work your way towards the Dells. Black River Falls coming in at 19, where we still see some of that colder air just back towards the north and west. We have winter weather advisories. They are still until 9 o'clock, but don't be surprised if we see those come down maybe an hour early or so. We'll see how that begins to play out. Now, I want to show you what's in the blue. You see that from Dubuque all the way through the state line. That blue is a winter storm watch, and I wouldn't be surprised if areas right along the state line get added into that. The reason for it, overnight, we've seen a little bit of a northern shift in some of the data there. So with that being said, we're keeping that alert day in the forecast for Monday and Monday night. Still, the potential is way greater as you work your way towards the south into northern Illinois, but this could be a higher impact storm than what we see out there this morning, especially if that continues to trend towards the north. In fact, here's Future Track showing you how the system may play out. This is Tuesday, 1:30 in the morning from one of the models. I'm going to show you 3 different models on how they're handling this as we go throughout this weathercast. But this is one of the models showing you that storm system towards the north throughout the morning on Tuesday, starting to wind down as we move into Tuesday afternoon. Now let's take you hour by hour with what we have outside right now, how that's playing out and how the future may begin to play out. Temperatures are still in the 20s. That snow winds down by the time we get you towards the end of this show here. We're going to stay in the 20s all afternoon long. I expect cloud cover. While yes, Future Track tries to clear us out, my expectation is that we'll stay cloudy. More clouds are back as we move into Monday. This model is the furthest south of them all, but it still brings at least some light snow to southern parts of the area Tuesday or Monday night and into early Tuesday. Now, the next model I'm going to show you, it is the furthest north of them all, and it starts to bring in some snow as we go into your Monday afternoon, and then we keep that snow around throughout Monday night into Tuesday, and notice how it's much further north and much heavier. Reality could be somewhere between the two. But even if I use the most aggressive model right now when it comes to the total snow accumulation out of that, the most aggressive model brings us about 4 to 6 inches here, 6 to 8 inches closer towards the state line. That being said, this is not a shutdown snow by any means, but it's certainly something we will watch. We're keeping the alert days into the forecast as we head into the start of the week. Then temperatures begin to mild up by next weekend with temperatures in the mid-30s and lots of clouds in that forecast, Taylor.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. Very important information. Well, over 13,000 Wisconsinites are participating in one of the largest research initiatives ever launched by the Institute of Health. We will soon get to hear a bit about them ourselves. Margarita Vinogradov explains how this program could impact the future of our healthcare systems.
The first round of results are in for participants in All of Us, a genetic research program hoping to collect samples from more than 1 million Americans. This first round of results indicates more about their genetic heritage. The next, more about their genetic predispositions and health risks.
The program, which started in 2015, is committed to having 50% of the national sample be from underrepresented populations. UW's own Dr. Farrah Edwards is a participant herself and says that even 10 years ago, this research wouldn't have been possible.
The world is changing really quickly, and once you have the specimens that are banked in a way that allows them to be preserved for future use, we don't even know what wonderful things can come out of this because the technology and the science is changing so quickly.
Although there aren't any big findings yet, investigators can begin to pose questions about the specimens collected so far.
Tonight at News 3 Now at 10, how this data can help trace when coronavirus really began in Wisconsin. In Madison, Margarita Vinogradov, News 3 Now.
Well, Madison is going to be featured this morning on CBS Sunday Morning's program. Reporter David Pogue spent a day here finding out from Mayor Conway why Madison is considered a climate haven city.
Welcome to Madison, Wisconsin.
There's a coffee shop, there's a pizza place, there's a bookstore.
Satya Rhodes Conway is Madison's mayor and a climate resilience advocate.
We have solar on almost every municipally owned building. At this point, we have a goal of being 100% renewable for city operations by 2030.
So people think of Madison as cold.
What we like to say here is that there's no bad weather, there's only bad clothing. So, you know, if you're properly dressed, you can enjoy being outdoors year-round here in Madison.
Well, that is going to start at CBS right at 8 o'clock, and that is right after our News 3 Now this Sunday morning.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Do you take daily prescription pain medications, but they don't help enough? Do you want more options to better manage chronic pain? University of Wisconsin-Madison STAMP Study offers free, safe, therapeutic programs to address chronic pain. The programs occur once a week for 8 weeks and pays up to $340. Call 608-212-6902 today. Again, that's 608-212-6902.
It's a fact. We use our internet and TV more than ever, with most of us spending nearly 7 hours a day online. So it's no wonder thousands of families are switching to Spectrum, because most families have up to 8 connected devices, which means they need even more speed. Switch to Spectrum Internet and get the fastest starting speeds for the price. 200 megabits for just $44.99 a month, with a free modem and free security suite included. Call 833-546-4499. When it comes to TV, we're watching more than ever. In fact, 80% of us watch TV every day. Spectrum TV lets you catch all your favorite sports, news, and more live. Plus, download the free Spectrum TV app and watch on your devices. Switch to Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-546-4499. The fact is, Spectrum has the best services at the best price. Switch to Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. We'll even buy out your current contract. Call 833-546-4499.
My wife had a tough week at work and she needed a break. I stopped by Quick Trip and they say, I want to surprise my wife with a special dinner. And the Quick Trip lady was like, our take-home meals are freshly made and absolutely delicious. I recommend the fettuccine Alfredo with chicken. And I'm like, sign me up. Upon arriving home, my wife says, wow, what's the occasion? And I'm like, just you. And she's like, looks like someone's getting dessert. Bless you, Quick Trip.
Quick Trip, we got you covered.
The fact that group of law offices actually came to my home made a huge difference for me.
I felt assured that they would be able to turn things around for me and make me whole. And that's exactly what happened.
I really felt that my case was in the hands of a professional.
And it was a painless process.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. Once you get past the initial shock of what happened, Gruber Law Offices will take you from there.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, Wisconsin's men's basketball team is ranked 10th in the country. But on Saturday, the 15th best team in the nation was just a little bit better. Now, the Badgers made a late push at the Kohl Center on Saturday afternoon against Ohio State. But it wasn't enough for Greg Gard's squad to extend its winning streak to 3. And it's been a while, but Lambeau Field is ready to host today's NFC title game, even despite concerns over the coronavirus. Anywhere between 7,000 to 9,000 fans are expected to take the Packers on for the Buccaneers later on this afternoon. Most of those fans are season ticket holders, though, who got their tickets online at a first-come, first-served basis. Well, just like last week's game, the team says social distancing and mask wearing must be followed.
By and large, everyone did do that last Saturday. We had a few instances of people who were not as receptive of the reminders when we gave them to them. So if we do have any of that going on this game, we will ask people to leave.
Green Bay police say 8 people were removed from last weekend's game. They made 2 arrests while 6 others were ejected for various fan conduct violations. And Green Bay Police and the Brown County Tavern League are working together to make sure bars and restaurants are enforcing coronavirus protocols for the big game. The police commander says he saw an alarming amount of photos on social media during last Saturday's game, showing fans packed together with no masks on. Now, the police department's main goal is education and compliance. Officers will document complaints and give them to the Public Health Department. And for more on the Packers team, we'll have a special report on the Packers' unprecedented season and a look ahead at their game against Tampa Bay. You can watch Packers 2021 Titletown to Tampa. That's right here on News 3 Now. And if the Packers win this afternoon, they'll be heading to Super Bowl 55, where about a third of the 22,000 fans in attendance will be healthcare workers. The tickets are gifts from the NFL. CBS News' Michael George has more.
Crews are setting up the Super Bowl experience in Tampa ahead of Super Bowl 55 next month. The interactive theme park, where visitors can play games and virtually meet players, will be free this year for the first time ever. Also free, Super Bowl tickets for about 7,500 healthcare workers from around the country. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell surprised medical staff at Sarasota Memorial Hospital.
I want to invite each member of your team to be our guest at the Super Bowl.
Each NFL team also gets to invite a handful of vaccinated healthcare heroes from their hometowns.
You're going to go to the Super Bowl? Are you kidding? Yes.
The Green Bay Packers, who are one win away from the Super Bowl, picked infectious disease doctor Michael Landrum.
I've been a football fan ever since I was a kid. It's kind of surreal. Because while I'm down there, I still know that there will be people up here in the hospital, and my colleagues here will still be at their bedside taking care of them.
The pandemic is also limiting how many tickets will be sold. Only about a third of available seats. That worried Super Bowl super fan Tom Henschel, who's attended every Super Bowl for the last 54 years. This week, he got an email from the NFL offering him the chance to buy a pair of tickets to the big game.
Somebody definitely look out for us. I didn't think they'd let me down.
Henschel lives just 15 minutes from the stadium, and he's thrilled to keep his super streak alive. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Well, Super Bowl 55 is scheduled to be played 2 weeks from today. That is on Sunday, February 7th, and it will air right here on CBS. Well, there's a half hour of news still ahead here on News 3 Now this Sunday morning. Coming up next, we're running through this morning's top local stories, plus how long we could see some snow in our forecast. Chris will have the latest when we return.
More epic than scaling Everest. More epic than a frontside 720. More epic than a kid eating broccoli. It's the epic sell-off at Denver Mattress. Right now, save big on the original Doctor's Choice lineup, starting at only $569.99. Check out the Summit Firm for only $189.99. Or get a $300 Furniture Row gift certificate when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic. Plus 4 years no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the epic sell-off at Denver Mattress ends Thursday.
Your parents spent years taking care of you. But as the years go by, it becomes your turn to take care of them. This might mean trusting a nursing home, which promises to care for them as cherished loved ones. But if the nursing home you've chosen is not keeping their promise, we can help. If your parents have been injured in a nursing home, call Habish, & Rotier. We fight for what's right.
You never know what winter has in store. Ford SUVs help keep you prepared. Chilly mornings, you've got remote start. Slick roads, you've got confident control. Snowy terrain, shift drive modes on the fly. Whatever the forecast brings, Ford SUVs are built for weather. Choose Ford Credit Flex Buy on 2020 Escape. Get 0% APR for 66 with an increase in payments after the first 36 months, plus $3,000 back.
At American Family Insurance, we've always protected more than what you drive. We've protected and supported the dreams that drive you. Right now, that means extending our 10% savings on auto premium for all current and new auto customers through March, so you can get a little closer to your dream. Whether your dream is discovering new roads and new limits, or supporting that dream. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
A surprise party, a wedding proposal, an unexpected bonus at work. Some surprises are awesome, but this, weather like this, should never be a surprise. Not when you watch News 3 Now, where you get an accurate, reliable forecast, so you're never caught off guard by the weather. Need to get up early to shovel, add time to your commute, wear boots, rebook a flight? Let News 3 Now Firstborn Weather give you everything you need to know so you can plan your life. This is News 3 Now This Morning.
Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday, January 24th. I'm Taylor Lazenby. Well, let's get straight to our weather since we're seeing a little bit of snow flurries this morning with meteorologist Chris Reese. Good morning to you, Chris.
Good morning, Taylor. Those snow flurries are starting to wind down depending on where you are, but the snow itself dropped a little over an inch in the Madison area and upwards of 2 inches and 3 inches in a lot of spots. It really just depends on where you were. Some drier air worked in yesterday that kept those totals down from being a complete 2 to 4 inch snow, but a lot of us are closer to that 2 inch range, and we'll see where the final totals begin to set up for us. Snow winding down from west to east this morning. Temperatures are in the 20s. We still see a little bit of light snow coming down in Madison as we sit at 25. We're going to watch these temperatures stay in the 20s as we go throughout the day with more cloud cover. We're still watching that snow chance for Monday night and Tuesday, Taylor. We'll break that down a little bit more, too.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. Well, Madison Streets Division say their plows will be out later on tonight as snow begins to fall, as Chris mentioned. Now, the city is reminding residents to drive carefully right now and that travel tonight or maybe tomorrow may be difficult. Plow trucks will first plow main roads first and salt them. Then they will continue to loop through our main streets as snow falls overnight. And several cities in our area have also declared a snow emergency. The city of Beloit declared its emergency on Friday, and it goes into effect at 8 o'clock and runs until about 3 this afternoon. During the order, cars will not be allowed to park on city streets. Stoughton has also declared a snow emergency. And developing right now, 2 people are dead, including a 12-year-old boy after a house fire early Saturday morning in rural Grant County. Now, Grant County Sheriff's deputies say the fire started in Blue River just around 3:30. A 33-year-old man and a 12-year-old died in that fire. 2 teenagers and a 14-year-old girl and a 15-year-old boy were transported by med flight to Madison and Milwaukee. 2 other people who were in the house were treated and released at local hospitals.
Not even close to what we were expecting when we got on scene.
How's that?
Flames coming out of a house.
Yeah.
People still stuck inside. It's not what you get paid for, but you really got to expect the unexpected.
Well, the cause of the fire still remains under investigation. And turning to our coronavirus headlines right now, DHS and county dashboards show an increase of nearly 1,600 cases in Wisconsin over the past day. Now, 39 more people have died from the coronavirus, while 23,000 of the state's 533,000 all-time cases still remain active. And more than 5% of Dane County's population has received at least one dose of the coronavirus vaccine. That's according to Public Health Madison and Dane County. The 39,000 doses of the vaccine have been administered to nearly 30,000 people thus far. Public Health says people who have been vaccinated fall into their Tier 1A of DHS's vaccination guidelines. The county will start vaccinating people 65 years or older starting as early as tomorrow morning. And overall, Wisconsin's COVID-19 vaccine rollout is consistently falling near the bottom line nationwide. Now, that has sparked a partisan battle in the state, with Governor Evers defending the program, saying we aren't getting enough doses from the federal government. The vaccine experts are monitoring the rollout across the nation and caution against using our raw numbers to judge the state's response.
It is a marathon, not a sprint. And, I think we can look at what some states are doing and learn from that. And that's really important. I do think that, every state has built a very broad and strong network of private providers.
Wisconsin's plans to other states around the country and seeing if the plans for the states with the best rollout can be duplicated in other states. We'll have that story for you tonight on News 3 Now at 10. And it won't be safe for people to sleep outside tonight, but for some people, they just have nowhere else to turn. Our Gabriela Baquera introduces us to two friends who make it their job to get resources to people living on our Madison streets, but not just tonight, but every night.
No workday looks the same for John Adams and Michael Moody.
We're out here checking, making sure no one's out here, and if they are, they know they can go into shelter tonight.
The founders of Catalyst for Change dedicate each evening to connecting and building relationships with Madison's homeless population.
We usually pick an area to start with, and we'll connect with each individual in that area. We'll in a sense, go to people's tents, we'll go to their little shacks or whatever they may have.
The duo has a long list of experience doing this, most recently at the Beacon. Now contracted by the city, Catalyst for Change aims to be a point of contact between those in need and the city's many service providers.
We bring the services to them at the ground level because we understand that transportation and a lack of trust is issues that many people face.
COVID-19 consolidated homelessness, made it more visible, but Adams fears it will only get worse.
When the moratoriums, the eviction moratorium and things like that end, that's when you'll really see an influx.
Their work takes time.
And I sometimes feel like broken angels.
It's not always easy.
It is a challenging situation. How do you keep things going and keep people warm and survive out here? And at the same time, keep them safe.
And it can't be solved alone.
These are our sons, our daughters, our mothers, our aunts, our uncles. We have to do better as a community.
Gabriela Baquera, News 3 Now.
Well, the city of Madison started its second contract with Catalyst for Change earlier this month. That's all part of the contract includes collecting data of the city's homeless population and situation and reducing police interaction. Well, coming up later this morning, you can catch For the Record on News 3 Now. Our Naomi Coles has a preview on what's ahead this Sunday.
I'm Naomi Coles. On this week's For the Record, I'm talking to medical experts about where Wisconsin stands in vaccine distribution and how we stack up compared to other states around the country.
For the Record starts again this morning at 10:30. Plus, we are learning more about Larry King, the award-winning journalist who became cable TV's most well-known talk show host, died at the age of 87. We're sharing some of his moments coming up next.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
How do I get you Bob's discount on such great quality furniture? I build personal relationships with my suppliers.
Thanks for coming to my kids' school play, Bob.
Stop lying, Pinocchio. You're a bad boy.
I've been thinking. I'll give you that deal on extendable dining sets.
I just want to be a real boy.
Get Bob's discount! Only at Bob's Discount Furniture.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick and Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
Did you know that 178 million Americans are missing at least one tooth?
It's true. That's why at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we only focus on tooth replacement solutions.
Whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can create a new smile just for you.
At a price that's affordable.
Because at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we want you
to go ahead and smile.
So I can get the latest phones free with no hidden requirements?
Yep. And do I have to get the most expensive plan?
Nope. No plan restrictions.
Okay, but we have to trade in our phones.
Right?
Right?
Nope. Keep your phones.
Did you say free phone?
Yep. The latest phone's free for you.
Okay,
Switch to US Cellular and get the latest 5G phones free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
On the next Live Before, a UW panel first convened a year ago gathers again to reflect on the pandemic. We'll have a preview. And film critic Will Loper runs down all the new movies and streaming shows now out.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, award-winning journalist who became cable TV's most well-known talk show host has died at the age of 87. Larry King hosted Larry King Live on CNN for more than 25 years and interviewed an estimated 30,000 people. Sunlen Sofrati has a look at his legacy, life, and career.
Larry King spent more than a half a century as a broadcaster.
It's been a hell of a 50 years. I don't know how much longer I can go. But as long as I feel it, I'm going to keep going.
King was born in Brooklyn, New York in 1933 as Larry Ziegler. He moved to Miami in his 20s to pursue a job in radio. He also wrote a column for a local newspaper. In 1978, he started The Larry King Show, a late-night radio program that was eventually syndicated in hundreds of cities.
Good evening. My name is Larry King, and this is the premiere edition of Larry King Live.
King joined a still young all-news cable channel called CNN in 1985 and soon became the face of the struggling network. Over more than 25 years, he interviewed celebrities, politicians, and newsmakers. He was known for his conversational style and for rarely becoming confrontational with guests. He was able to book the biggest names in Hollywood, from Elizabeth Taylor and Frank Sinatra to Al Pacino and Brad Pitt. He famously kissed Marlon Brando.
Goodbye. Goodbye. I've kissed my brother on the cheek, and I've had friends hug me, but he's the only man to ever kiss me on the lips, and I can't stop thinking about him.
The NAFTA debate he moderated between Ross Perot and Al Gore was one of the highest-rated cable shows ever.
How do you stop that without NAFTA?
King brought together Israeli Prime Minister Itzhak Rabin and PLO Chairman Yasser Arafat.
We don't want to divide the city.
And he sat down with past and present American presidents, from Richard Nixon.
Let's set this straight. Did you hate the people who criticized you?
To Barack Obama.
You still like this job?
Oh, this is the best job on earth.
He covered live news events from wars to elections.
Do you think you're going to cost Al Gore the election tonight? Honestly? No.
Shortly after the September 11th terrorist attacks, he brought his show to New York.
When it comes to describing what I saw earlier this week at Ground Zero, I really cannot find the right words.
King was married 8 times, the last to Sean Southwick. After more than 25 years at CNN, he decided to end his nightly show and only appear in specials for the network. He signed off his final regular broadcast on December 16th, 2010.
I don't know what to say except to you, my audience. Thank you. And instead of goodbye, how about so long?
There's no official cause of death has been released as of yet. However, King's family publicly announced he was in the ICU battling COVID at the beginning of the month. And United Airlines may require all of its workers to get a COVID-19 vaccine. The airline CEO reportedly told employees they should expect it to be a mandate, but he said that other companies also have to get on board with the mandatory vaccines. Airlines and their unions have lobbied to get their essential employees early on the vaccine distribution list. And Amazon says it wants to help President Biden reach its goal of vaccinating 100 million people in 100 days. In a letter to the new administration obtained by Reuters, the company says it's prepared to leverage its operations, information technology, and communication capabilities to assist in vaccination efforts. And virtual learning has changed the way families and school districts think about education. And now it has, for some teachers, shifted their careers. Naomi Ruchin explains why some educators are choosing virtual teaching even once the pandemic is behind us.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared. All right.
Dion Lucas spent more than a decade teaching high school math in her own unique way.
I incorporate a lot of music into my lesson plans.
The teacher and church musician took a break after feeling a bit of burnout, and then the pandemic hit.
When the pandemic happened, I wasn't working. The church was closed. Everything was closed. I didn't have any income coming in.
What is the measure of angle phi?
So Lucas took her musical math lessons online, becoming a permanent virtual educator.
If everything had to shut down again, I didn't make sure that I have a stable income, that I could able to support myself and my family.
Nearly 93% of U.S. households with school-aged children reported some form of distance learning during the COVID crisis, forcing teachers to work from home, too. The National Virtual Teacher Association supports educators looking to move their careers online.
It's a brand new world of teachers who feel like an opportunity has been open to them.
Teachers are finding positions at online schools or teaching courses districts may not have been able to offer.
You can have a virtual teacher from anywhere in the country teaching students in your district, which is incredible because your district might have been restricted to only offering certain electives, certain AP classes, certain foreign languages, because that's who lived in your area.
For Lucas,
when you divide, you flip the other side and you multiply. Now simplify.
It's a chance to retune her career. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News.
Right? But one.
Well, coming up, some students are bringing some smiles to nursing home residents, and you're taking a live look over the Capitol this morning. Chris is back with a look of your forecast that's right ahead on News 3 Now this Sunday morning. But first, we want to say a happy birthday to Brantley. Happy third birthday, Brantley.
Before you make plans, download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app.
Carrier has a complete line of home heating products to keep your family comfortable this winter without burning your budget. With smart temperature management and remote access options, it's easier than ever to control your home's climate. And Carrier energy-efficient systems can help reduce utility bills without sacrificing comfort. For more complete comfort and greater peace of mind, turn to your Carrier expert.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
This is the big one, folks. The Brothers Maine Everything's on Sale sale. Get huge clearance prices on every brand in the store with 0% financing for up to 18 months. Only Maine delivers more satisfaction every day, like a risk-free 30-day price and satisfaction guarantee, giving you 100% confidence in your purchase. How's that for more? The Everything's on Sale sale with more selection, more savings, and more happy homes on everything. Now at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
The forecast calls for a messy commute, the Ford lineup helps keep you in command. Intelligent four-wheel drive monitors traction, and a terrain management system adapts to road conditions at the turn of a knob, so you're ready to take on the elements with confidence. Power through the storm in a new Ford Explorer, now with 0% financing for 72 months, plus $4,250 bonus cash. See your Wisconsin dealer today.
When it comes to 2020, it's time to wipe the slate clean and get a fresh start now at Herzing University. Earn the degree you need for a lasting career. Herzing is accredited, transfer-friendly, and offers you the personal care and support so important during these times. We'll even waive your enrollment fee. A new year, a new career. You've got a clean slate.
I'm possible at Herzing.
Call or click today.
So, how's saving for the renovation going?
All done.
I will never understand how you do it.
Easy. She saves with BMO Harris. We give you a cash reward for every month you save.
So BMO will give me cash for saving money?
You bet.
Can the subject hold position 2, please?
How's this?
That's art.
That makes saving look good.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. Get a $5 reward every month you save $200 or more in a new BMO Statement Savings account.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Snowflakes continue to fly over parts of the area this morning. Most of that is now moving out, but we still at least have some snow over the Badger State, and even what's not showing up on radar is coming down as these fine flakes that are just real low to the ground, which is why they don't show up on radar. A little bit of snow left over the Madison area towards the north throughout Portage, Partyville, and Poynette. The snow is drying out down south. Snow is starting to dry out as well throughout the driftless region. You've been dry for the most part this morning as the snow came to an end. Still snowflakes falling at the airport. Our temperature coming in 25 degrees with a wind chill of 17. 27 in Janesville right now. Juneau at 24. 21 up in Wautoma. And then we were in the teens at Black River Falls, but they've made it into the lower 20s now. Winter weather advisories are still out, and they'll be out for about another hour if they don't come down early. I expect those to expire at 9 o'clock this morning. Now, I want to show you what's happening down towards the south. You see the blue. That's a winter storm watch. That's where confidence is there with greater than 6 inches of snow. That's just 2 counties away from us. And if things trend further towards the north, we could be impacted by that. If it trends further towards the south, our impacts will be less. That is just something to watch. We'll keep the alert date in the forecaster this morning. Snow totals will range in the 1 to 3 inch range. Initially, we thought 1 to 5, but I will admit drier air held on strong last night. That brought down those totals just a little bit, but we're still going to watch this system into Monday, because if that trends further towards the north, it is a higher impact. Here's how things have played out for us, or here's how things may play out for us. This is Future Track showing you that system Tuesday, and you do see Future Track has that much further towards the north than what it has been all week long. The question is just whether or not that sticks around. Now, this particular model of Future Track is actually furthest towards the south, but you'll see as we move into Monday, as those clouds come right back in, it still has the snow far enough north that Madison gets in on at least a little bit of snowfall activity. This version of Future Track, it's the most aggressive and much furthest towards the north. So like I said, there's still a little bit of model disagreement. We will see how things begin to play out, but even if we lose or use the most aggressive model there, we are talking 6 to 8 inches at most along the state line. So this would not be a shutdown kind of snow event. We keep the alert day there. We'll keep you up to date on how things change. The rest of the week is fairly quiet with temperatures in the 30s.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. Well, the pandemic has been, of course, a very tough time for overall, but for those especially in the nursing home. And some high school students in Minnesota did a little something to help raise the spirits for some of those residents. They built snowmen and snow angels and decorated the windows. More than a dozen National Honor Society students took part in that volunteer effort. Good for them. Well, right now we are in Snowmobile Safety Week. A fatal crash on Catfish Lake stresses the importance of that safe riding. Tom Quant Jr., better known as Bulldog, spends his day pulling vehicles out from the ice there. Deputy Jason Mole says it happens every winter, regardless of the temperatures there. As long as there's a current in the water, you'll never know just how thick ice will be. He says on Tuesday night, a 40-year-old from Tomahawk trusted that ice and may have been taking a shortcut when he fell in. He later died that night, and though it is not the first time, the sheriff says it doesn't get any easier to hear. Well, of course, make News 3 now part of your weekly routine by downloading our Channel 3000 app for our latest headlines and our weather conditions 24/7. But first, we're looking at the Capitol police officer who became the face of the resistance to rioters who stormed the Capitol just 2 weeks ago. He is now receiving some well-deserved praise. We will have those details coming up next.
Thanks for calling 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Do you make junk disappear?
Yes, ma'am.
When?
Now.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Advanced non-small cell lung cancer can change everything, but your first treatment could be a chemo-free combination of 2 immunotherapies that works differently. It could mean a chance to live longer. Opdivo plus Yervoy is for adults newly diagnosed with non-small cell lung cancer that is spread and that tests positive for PD-L1 and does not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Opdivo plus Yervoy is the first and only FDA-approved combination of 2 immunotherapies. Opdivo plus Yervoy equals a chance for more starry nights, more sparkly days, more big notes, more small treasures, more family dinners, more private desserts. Opdivo and Yervoy can cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body during and after treatment. These problems can be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation, severe stomach pain, nausea or vomiting, dizziness, fainting, eye problems, extreme tiredness, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, rash, itching, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain, flushing or fever. These are not all the possible side effects. Problems can occur at the same time and some more often when Opdivo is used with Yervoy. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune or nervous system problems, if you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant or received chest radiation. Here's to a chance for more horizons, a chance to live longer. Ask your doctor about chemo-free Opdivo plus Yervoy. Thank you to all involved in our clinical trials.
Dear Winter, I'm coming. My squad of 15 vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of my game, so you better bundle up. Toyota.
Get 0.9% APR for 60 months on a new 2021 RAV4 or lease a new 2021 Highlander Hybrid for $319 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
It's that time of year again. How can we help? Could you haul this away for me? Oh, it's gone. There was stuff here. Amazing.
When you want junk to disappear, all you have to do is point.
A few states are leading the pack in getting vaccination shots to their residents. Wisconsin isn't one of them. News 3 now shows you what other states are doing in the race to vaccinate, why our state is lagging behind, and how can we catch up. Tonight at 10. Download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app today.
The Acting Deputy Senate Sergeant at Arms, United States Capitol Police Officer, Private First Class Eugene O. Goodman.
U.S. Capitol Police Officer Eugene Goodman, honored at the inauguration of President Joe Biden with the announcement of a new promotion. Receiving rapturous applause and earlier the coveted role of escorting the new Vice President Kamala Harris to the U.S. Capitol platform for her swearing in. It was just 2 weeks ago, to the day from the inauguration, Goodman was captured on video confronting an angry mob that breached the U.S. Capitol. Goodman, the lone African-American police officer stationed at the Senate side of the U.S. Capitol, approached by a group of mostly white rioters armed with weapons, Confederate flags, and chants of overturning the election. For 85 terrorizing seconds, Goodman solely held back the angry rioters.
Second floor!
Overwhelmed by the crowd, retreating up a flight of stairs, but not fleeing. Instead, Goodman luring the mob away from the Senate chambers. Goodman chose to bait the rioters to follow him in the opposite direction while calling for backup, all the while exercising restraint by keeping his weapon harnessed.
He literally kind of made himself bait to take those, terrorists away from where the senators would be.
5 people died since the insurrection, 2 of them fellow officers. Goodman is being hailed for going beyond the call of duty, potentially saving many lives with his quick thinking and courage.
It's just so harrowing, the selfless sacrifice that he made. He put his life entirely on the line.
A trio of bipartisan lawmakers introducing legislation to award the native of Southeast Washington with a congressional gold medal.
But for him, that mob would have gone another direction, and I think the news stories would have been quite different and tragic.
A decorated Iraq combat veteran and member of the 101st Airborne Division, Goodman was a hero long before the Capitol Hill siege. Fellow officers tell CNN Goodman's combat training played a significant role in his actions. Awards include achievement and good conduct, medals for his service in the global war on terror, combat, and air assault. Praise poured in from around the world, including those from the 18th Airborne Corps, who tweeted, Capitol Police Officer Eugene Goodman is rightfully being hailed as a hero after single-handedly holding back rioters from entering the Senate chambers last week. An Iraq combat vet and member of this Corps, Eugene was a hero long before last Wednesday. Hoping to present one of the most distinguished honors a civilian can receive is not the only thank you these lawmakers wish to share with Officer Goodman.
I would give him a giant hug and thank him because he looked after and took care of and protected so many lives that day. He'll never understand, I think, the gratitude that so many of us have for his service.
Suzanne Malveaux, CNN, Washington.
Have a good weekend, everyone.